might be wondering about the title of this video. Yes, guys, I did it. I traveled for love alone for the first time this year. Yeah, and in the middle of the pandemics. Wait, before you judge me, let me tell you something. It was before the lockdown and everything, but the pandemics was already going on in China when I traveled. Well, I know it was a very risky trip and I had to be very courageous to face it. I took the necessary precautions and now it's been 1 month that I've returned home with no sign of infection. So yes, I went to Germany by myself on March 2020 and it was an amazing experience. I'm gonna tell you more about it now. So the reason why I went to Germany was to meet my boyfriend, and it was a very exciting experience where I have encountered many types of cultures, languages and people. It actually quite surprised me because I had a view about Germany before, but after going there I actually realized many things. Like, I thought that, wow, Germany is a country of cold people and etc. I don't want to blame other people, of course, it's just my projection of what Germany is. But when I arrived there, I've realized they're really sweet and they're kind people. They're really kind people, and it was really surprising to me. Actually, I had a lot of fear when I first took the flight, like when I took the first flight. To Portugal, from here to Portugal, because I was traveling alone and I'm 21. It's my first trip, so it was quite terrifying. But after some time I got used to the idea and I simply loved it, and it was a very comfortable airplane for TAP Air Portugal. I had some problems with my ticket one day before the trip, but then I met two wonderful people at the airport, and then my flight was rescheduled the next day, and then I took the flight, and when I saw from the airplane many kinds of trees, many kinds of nature, which I love geography, so I love to observe the topography of planet Earth. People are really nice. And then I met my boyfriend and we went to his house, and it was an impressive trip. I've met a guy from Azerbaijan called Ephraim, and people from India, which is my favorite country ever. And it was an amazing experience, especially because it broke my taboos and prejudice, and it broke many paradigms I had about the country and about Europe before going there. So we went through some parks, we walked a little bit, we roamed around the city a little bit, but like we couldn't stay for longer doing that because the lockdown was coming. So after some days that I have arrived, we had to lock ourselves indoors. Then I spent 15 days there, actually around 15 days there, and I came back.
Prägte sich außerdem besonders die Lage der Notausgänge ein.
This is your final call.
And when I came back, it's amazing. Like the whole planet Earth is wonderful, but it's like the regions are quite different in especially climate, like in how warm and how cold it is. Like in Germany, I suffered a lot from the cold because I wasn't used to -4 degrees or 4 degrees or 10 degrees. I'm not used to that. I live in South America, so I wasn't used to that. And in the last days I was there, I was actually getting used to the cold, but I had to come back to return. I don't think about living there. Maybe I'm not sure. I love this country right here, but what I've noticed is that what we have there we don't have here, and what we have here we don't have there. So things are really different between the countries, and I had no problem at all in Germany. I had no problem at all with language because my boyfriend was translating everything, of course, but people are really kind to you, and I was very well treated there. And I wish everybody could feel like I do about the culture. Anyway, it was really empty. Like the streets were empty. Like when the lockdown came, the streets started to get empty and everything was closed. So I didn't have a lot of chance to experience the city as exactly like Berlin and Brandenburg, but the nature is fascinating, and that's one thing that I love. What I love more than cities is the nature of any place. So I loved the nature. The cold was really harsh, but the nature was wonderful, and we had trees. We could see trees with white flowers and etc. etc. So we know that we are in a very complicated situation right now in the world, and I was worried about that. So when I came back home, I got tested at the airport, like quite quickly. It wasn't exactly a test, but it was a fever test. When I've returned, I was afraid I would develop symptoms, but anyway, that's it. If you want to know more about my trip to Germany, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna